Today, we're really getting into the story of Colonel John C. Robinson, a name maybe not everyone knows, but truly foundational. His life connects, well, everything from the Jim Crow South to Chicago aviation, even global anti-imperialist struggles. So our mission really is to unpack the sources, look at the evidence, and see how this one man's technical genius made him both the brown condor of Ethiopia and, maybe even more importantly for U.S. history, the father of the Tuskegee Airmen.
It's a fascinating trajectory. Robinson's career is just, well, undeniable proof of foundational Black American technical skill. And crucially, this skill wasn't just there, it was used strategically, used against segregation at home and fascism abroad. You really have to grasp that deliberate link he forged between Chicago's South Side and Addis Ababa.
Okay, let's lay the groundwork for that skill. He was born in Florida, grew up in Mississippi, apparently got the flying bug really early, like 1910. And he clearly, education was key. He got a degree in mechanical science from Tuskegee Institute in 1921.
Right, education first.
Then he heads north to Chicago, aiming for pilot training. He and Cornelius Coffey tried to get into the Curtis Wright School, prestigious place. But they were turned away, simply because they were Black.
Yeah, just flat out rejection. But Robinson's response, it was brilliant, really, ingenious. He gets a job as a janitor there. So he's cleaning, but he's also listening in on classes, secretly studying discarded textbooks he found.
Learning from their trash, essentially.
Exactly. And then the kicker, he and Coffey build their own plane. From a kit powered by a used motorcycle engine, they made it work. And they presented this working aircraft, basically forcing Curtis Wright's hand. They had to admit them in 1929. It showed that, technical skill, that was the currency that could actually beat segregation.
That's such a powerful image, using creation, tangible skill against that kind of policy. And he didn't stop there. He knew relying on white institutions wasn't the long-term answer, so he starts building.
Institution building, crucial step.
So 1931, he co-founds Robbins Airport in Illinois, America's first Black-owned airport. Think about that. And it wasn't just symbolic. It provided real certified training. 10 of the original Tuskegee Airmen, they trained there.
Precisely. He establishes this base of expertise at home, and then the focus shifts dramatically, globally.
Right, here's the pivot. It's 1935. Fascist Italy is making moves on Ethiopia. Ethiopia at the time was this powerful symbol of African independence. Robinson volunteers. He saw the invasion, how did he put it, a threat to the greater idea of independence in Africa.
He saw the bigger picture immediately.
And Emperor Haile Selassie responds directly, wires him an officer's commission, just like that.
Wow.
Robinson goes to Addis Ababa. He's named Kushner, commander of the Imperial Ethiopian Air Force, the Brown Condor Squadron, flying reconnaissance, courier missions, mostly in these older Potez 25 biplanes, maybe 20 of them.
Now think about that contrast. Colonel, commanding an air force in a war against fascism. While back in the U.S., the military wouldn't even let him train as a pilot because of his race. The marginalization versus this internationally recognized command rank.
Subdivings.
It was tangible, internationally validated proof. Proof of Black military and technical competence at the highest levels. So, okay, the big question then becomes, how does this global fame, this validated skill, impact things back in the States?
Right, because the U.S. military's official line was just blatant racism, that Black men lacked the temperament for flight.
Exactly. But now you have Colonel Robinson, the Brown Condor, leading an air force abroad. It made the U.S. policy look, well, ridiculous, globally embarrassing. And that embarrassment, that political pressure, it became leverage. It directly forced the hand of the U.S. military to finally create that segregated pilot training program.
Which became the Tuskegee Airmen.
That's the connection.
An incredible dual legacy. And he wasn't done with Ethiopia either. After its liberation, post-1944, he goes back, helps set up a pilot training school, plays a key role in founding Ethiopian Airlines. They even call him the father of Ethiopian Airlines.
Amazing. He mentored future leaders there, too. Tragically, he died in a plane crash in Addis Ababa in 1954. He's buried there. So, summing it up, Robinson consciously used the technical skills he gained despite segregation to achieve international command and then used the political weight of that command to force change back home in the U.S.
His impact is just undeniable, shaping both American civil rights and African aviation. So here's a thought to leave you with. Robinson used Ethiopia, a non-Western power, to challenge and change racial policy in the U.S. military. Where else in history might we find examples of foundational Black Americans using that kind of transnational action, the outside leverage, to achieve breakthroughs for civil rights back home? Something to consider.